Hey guys, what's going on? BurkCrown88 coming at you with another YouTube video. And today what we've got is the new playoff cards, the predictor cards, for round 2. They're 89s overall, but they go up by 4 overall, 1 overall for every win, and then plus 2 for the series win. So you can get a 95 overall card if you get it right. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the cards today, and I'm also going to make my predictions on and who I think is the perfect card to go for, and we'll tear it down from there. There's 8 predictor cards, and I'm going to order them from who I think is the best team to get to the 3rd round and who I think the worst team, right? We'll go 1 to 8, and those will be my picks. The top 4 obviously are going to be my picks of the 4 cards that I think are going to be 95 overall. If you do like the video, guys, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that comment section down below with your order. Just give me your order, 1 to 8, and that way we can look back on it, we can see how everyone did. But anyways, guys, let's get into it. I hope you do enjoy it. Who are they going to be? Okay, so you're going to see here Thomas Tatar, TJ BRODIE, which at the time I'm recording this, the Leaf game just finished. Goal 3 that went in for Florida that gave Verhaeghe the breakaway. TJ BRODIE looked like he couldn't decide if he wanted to pinch at the blue line or if he wanted to step back and you know, retreat and play a little defense. And with that hesitation where he didn't know which one to do, that gave Verhaeghe the breakaway. So that was unfortunate, but anyway, we'll get past that. We got Thomas Tatar, TJ BRODIE, Sam Reinhart, and Brady Shea in the East. And in the West, we have Ty Dellandrea, Justin Schultz, Ryan McLeod, and Braden McNabb. We will go look at those cards in 1 second. There's a couple other cards that kind of, you know, I was kind of questioning on, like, the logic behind it, I guess you could say. Not this here, the Michael McLeod, Yamamoto, Stasny, Verhaeghe, Tavares, Stone, Johnson. I like that Johnson card, actually. And Bjorkstrand. I don't mind any of these cards. It's these ones right here. So you got clutch moment goalies. At what point, I get the Vanacek, at what point do we say Sorokin, Gustafsson, Hellebuyck, Vasilevsky were clutch moment goalies? Even Skinner. They needed Campbell to come in and clutch the one game. Bobrovsky I get. Grubauer I get. But I just... How is that 96 overall Vasilevsky? And how is the Hellebuyck not Robin Lehner? Like, where's Robin Lehner in these clutch goalies? Where is Samsonov? Where is Ottinger? You know what I mean? That's what I didn't get. And we got a couple of players here with Aho, Kreider, Leach, Barber, Trotter, and Ferrero. So yeah, before we go and look at it, that's all I wanted to mention is these goalies. Like, I don't know what that is. And I just went to look at the prediction cards, but something I noticed that I didn't notice today is we have NHL 23 World Championship North America, World Championship Europe, and World Championship Finals. So we know those sets are coming, but those are 3 sets coming. I was just looking for Season 2 in the auction house, which apparently isn't here. So we'll have to go over to event items in our collection. And we'll start with TJ BRODIE, 6'2", 187 pounds. Very nice, 90 speed. That's a good base because, as we know, going up by 6 means his speed and acceleration will go up by 3 because it goes up by half an overall every time they go up by 1. So TJ BRODIE will be 93 speed, 93 acceleration, and then we'll just slap +6 into all his categories because I do feel as if Toronto is a team that could get by Florida, but if they play like they played today, wasn't good at all. Now, with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say Florida and Toronto are going to be in the 4 or 5 spot, where I'm going to put Toronto at 4 and Florida at 5, just because that's good. That's a hard game for me to pick because I feel biased in saying that the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to beat the Florida Panthers. So I'm going to say 4 and 5 for Toronto and Florida. But this card with his height, his weight, his speed, I'm going to look to get him on my team, but it would be very nice to have this card on my team at a 95 overall. So since we're doing Toronto, we'll do Florida next, and we'll say they're in the 5 spot. Unstoppable Force with this card is nice. Sam Reinhart's a very nice card, 6'2", 193, but he is a problem. His balance is terrible. His speed is terrible, and because we know his speed can only go up by at best 3. We know he can only be at best a 91 speed, which is tough. It really is. 93 speed on TJ BRODIE is on the lower end, but that's like borderline acceptable and usable. This Sam Reinhart, that's really tough, is to have a 90 forward with 90 speed when there's so many more out there. His shooting's good. His hands are great. His defensive awareness is good. His stick check is good, but his body check is terrible. Like I said, his balance is not great. His strength is not great. This is going to be a rough card to use until he gets his overall boost, but even then. And we'll stay in the East. We'll finish out the other game in the East, which is Carolina versus the New Jersey Devils. And New Jersey showed really good fight back against the Rangers, coming back and winning, and then absolutely dusting them in Game 7 for the elimination game. But Carolina is a different creature altogether, and I feel like Carolina will beat the New Jersey Devils here. Their team is so deep, and they're a hard fighting team. Now, with that being said, I would put Carolina here at the number 2 spot because there is a team that I think is more of a guarantee than Carolina at getting past the New Jersey Devils. So I'll put Carolina at the number 2 spot, and we'll say New Jersey maybe has a good chance of an upset, but I doubt it. So I'll put New Jersey at the 6th spot. But again, +6 is +3 speed, so this defenseman gets up to 94 speed at 6'3", which is nice. And balance is good, endurance is good, strength is good. Everything looks good on this card, and as he goes up, it'll just get better. And then when it comes to Thomas Tatar, 5'10" is very small. 90 speed is okay, but he's only going to get up to 93 speed. Unstoppable force helps, and close quarters is great. So those two things, if you're a New Jersey fan or a Thomas Tatar fan, like for a Vegas team or a Red Wings team, this card would be very good for you. I do unfortunately say Carolina is going to get the series win, but there is no reason that this card can't get up to 92, right? And with it getting up to a 92, that's maybe going to get him to a 92 speed. So this card's usable, but again, I would put this in the 6th slot for cards to go after because I just don't think New Jersey's going to get the win. This Ryan McLeod card is very nice. Close quarters, 93 speed, so he could get up to a 96 if Edmonton gets past the Golden Knights, which you can never rule out. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, Evander Kane's playing well. The team's playing well. They kind of struggled past LA, and Vegas walked over Winnipeg, but Winnipeg played horrible. Like, they were playing like they didn't even deserve to be in the playoffs, and LA put up a big fight against Edmonton. So I feel like Edmonton's coming in with a little bit of an edge, and they've been in that competitive playoff hockey already, whereas Vegas kind of got to walk through the first round. So if Edmonton can keep on their play, I have Edmonton winning this series, and I'm putting them at the 3rd slot because they're not my quote-unquote who I think is a guaranteed win. And then this McNabb card is elite edges, shut down. 88 speed is tough. 6'4" is great. Get him up to a 91 speed if they go all the way, which I don't think they're going to do, but he would get to a 90 speed because I do feel like they're going to win 2 games, 3 games, right? So not a bad card. Not a bad card, and probably going to be fun to play with, but yeah, I'm putting them at the 7th slot because I think New Jersey has a better chance of upsetting Carolina, but I think Carolina's going to get that. Just like I think Edmonton's going to win this series, and this McNabb maybe gets to a 91, 92 possibly, but that'd be about it. And then we'll go to Justin Schultz, 6'2", 91 speed with wheels, which is nice. Good card. 90 defensive awareness, 87 body check, 91 strength, 91 balance, which is nice for a defenseman. You'll be able to bump some decent people off the puck. To be honest with you, this card is going to be in the 8th slot because maybe Seattle gets 1 win. I see this as a walkover for Dallas, so we're going to go there now. I don't know how Seattle gets more than 1 win in this series, and Dallas is just going to move on. 6'1", Ty Dellandrea, 89 speed. I have Dallas in my number 1 slot as the team that's guaranteed to get through to the 3rd round, and this card is for sure going to be sought after as a card that'll definitely get to 95. How is this card up for 64,000? That's better, but that is crazy. There is a steal and a half waiting to happen right there. What's the TJ Brody going for? 150,000. Okay. But yeah, we have Ty Dellandrea going for 64,000. Unreal. No McLeod's up yet. One McNabb up for 111,000, and yet we still have Delandry up for 60. Doesn't make sense how he's been up for half an hour. Sam Reinhart, as Florida did get the first win, so this card is a 90, 115,000. SCHULTZ, unless people are predicting SCHULTZ isn't even up, unless people are predicting Seattle's winning that series, which would be crazy to me, I don't get it. And then here we go. Clean prediction for Carolina over the Devils. And then let's see what Thomas Tatar's going for. 180,000. So, like, it's just all over the place right now. But yeah, guys, I appreciate everyone for watching. Thank you very much. I hope you did enjoy it. And remember, throw in the comment section down below who your picks are 1 to 8, because I really would love to see them. And you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Until next time, ciao, ciao.